Hello, folks. Welcome, welcome. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Chronic Pain and a Demon. Another edition with Chronic Pain and a Demon. First of all, my name Raymond Nugent, aka Chronic Pain and a Demon. Folks, how are you? How are you on a Friday? Hope all is well. Hope everyone is doing great. And if you can hear me fine, just let me know in the chat room that you could hear me, and we could just take it from there. But welcome everyone, welcome one all. Glad to see you guys on a Friday. Welcome. You know, welcome with welcome arms, open arms, I should say. It's been a treacherous week. You know, especially for people in Jamaica. I mean, I feel for them. I feel for them so bad. Especially the ones who are in what took place in Jamaica. I wouldn't really say what it was, but you guys could go online and find out, what took place. It was just, to me, inhuman. And I just want to, send my condolence to, the innocents, and just take it from there. And I hope people learn from their mistakes, and move on forward. And that's all I have to say in that regards. But yes, guys, welcome you guys to another edition or another segment, with Chronic Pain and a Demon. My name is Raymond Nugent. TGIF to you guys. TGIF to all of you guys. Especially the ones who are off the weekend, and the guys and ladies who have to work on the weekend. I hope your weekend goes well. And for the ones who are off, I hope you have some great plans. Maybe you could hook up with friends and family, and have a good time. Because that's what life is all about. After work, you find some time to play and enjoy yourself, which is right. You know, which is right. You know what I mean? So yesterday, we were talking about, well, the last segment, I should say. We discussed, living with chronic pain and how it could create a havoc for the person who are living with it, and also the people who have to deal with them living with it. It's treacherous, and sometimes it's overbearing, and it could take you to the highest limits if you don't be mindful and careful, and learn about what you're going through. So for me, first, you have to understand chronic pain intertwines with mental health. Because a person who are going through chronic pain and really don't understand what they're going through, it could cause serious mental issues. And so that's why we have to, you know, um, be mindful and try to curb some things before they get out of proportion. You know, so yes, guys, so that's why I'm here on my platform, just to inform others, and just from what I learned, what I've been through, so you guys could have a better quality of life, and just move on with life, because I tell you, it's tough. It's tough all around. For the one who are going through the chronic pain, like I said, and also the ones who are assisting them as far as the help is concerned. So, in my opinion, I think both people need to learn about the situation, and the person that's going through chronic pain learn about their body, learn about what you're going through, and learn how to adapt. And like that, you learn how to execute as far as bring forth better quality of life for yourself and your family. Hopefully. So yes, guys. So those are the goals that you should have if you're going through chronic pain, because those goals are possible, and they can be done. It's mind over matter. We just have to take it one day at a time, step by step, and we could reach these kind of goals. Just remember the common exercise, walking, swimming if you can, riding a bike, stationary, or a bike, that moves along. All those things help you to regenerate muscles and help you with your nervous system, your nerves, and everything like that. You know, um, and I tell you, it's not easy. it's work in progress, and it's just something that we have to deal with, for the rest of our entire life until they find some cure for it. Because like I said, it could create a havoc for the family. It could cause effect on the family and their well-beings and also their quality of life. So we all have to learn how to intertwine and work this thing out together. Because as I mentioned before, mental health is a disease. Because they have no cure for it as yet. Just like other disease out there. So we're trying our best as people with these kind of platforms, to keep pushing it out there, so people can understand, and hopefully they could fight for more cure or do more research, and hopefully we could have some cure in the near future, because these things are valid things that need to be done, with the stem cell research, you know um, need to be further. So because that's one of the only thing that be able to regenerate nerves, especially when you're a certain age. Because after a certain age, the nerves, it takes a longer time to regenerate. You're younger, it might take about 3 months. You're older, it might take about 6 months to a year. In my opinion, but if you ask your physicians, and I'm sure they'll give you the answers close to what I just told you. I'm not a physician, but from my experience, I could pass on my knowledge to you guys, the ones who are going through chronic pain, chronic illness, and you're trying to find a way how to adapt to it, understand it, understand it, and move on with your life. Because, like I said, chronic pain is intertwined with mental health. So let me explain a little bit about that. Um, for a person that's going through chronic pain, all they're focusing is on at the time is what they're going through. Because that's all you could see. Is what you're going through, and the havoc is creating on you. So yes, you don't really have time to focus on the other elements, other parts of your life, and then you become so secluded within yourself, that could also bring on strong mental issues. So for me, I went to the psychologist, you know, psychiatrist, spoke about my issues, and learn from them how to help myself mentally. Because physically, we know what we could do the exercise and stuff like that, but mentally, sometimes that's where it causes more issues than the physical trauma. Because mentally, if you're not focusing, then you won't be able to treat your physical trauma the right way. Because when you're mentally disturbed, you lose focus. In my opinion, and we have to be mindful of that. So that's why we have to keep our sound mental stage, because it's very important, or mental state, because it's very important to us, especially when you're going through crisis. You know, you stay focused, and you execute the way you should, and that should help all of us. Who are going through these situations. I am not excluded, because I'm going through chronic illness, and I still on my day-to-day basis. Do my sometimes I take a time out just to meditate, find positive things on television to watch, talk to friends who could cheer me up if I'm in a bad mood. Sometimes I just go in my diary and jot things down, or go for a walk, or go for a swim. I can't run, so I can't tell you I go for a run. I wish I could still run, but I can't anymore because of all those spinal fusions that I've had in the past. I can't do no running, but I don't know, guys. Hopefully in the future, I might be able to do so again. Hopefully, I have high hopes. I'm an optimist. So yeah, so I have high hopes for life and future. 'Cause we have to. The world goes on. Life goes on, and that's just pretty much the way it is. You know. So like when I was going through this process, guys, when I was going through the process of learning about myself, I asked myself, why me? Why I'm the person that's going through this. And I learned from my psychologist. She said to me one day, Raymond, why not you? And I baffled with that, question. Why not you? The reason why I baffled is because I was going through so much at the time, and I wasn't focusing really, truly on what she was actually saying. Why not you? Apparently, she saw something in me, to say, why not you? On my way home in my car, I was driving, tearing up in my eyes because, I was in excruciating pain. It was raining. So the weather wasn't really helping me. And I went to bed that night, still thinking about why not you. And then I came to my senses, because she saw the way I deal with my situation, the way I make my approach to all my day-to-day basis, the way I journalized, and the way we conversate whenever we are in a session. Because I never hide anything from her. She tell me the truth to the best of her ability, and I tell her the truth to the best of my ability, because that's the only way I was going to be able to get help, mentally. So we have to go in with a positive attitude. They teach you how to inhale, exhale the right way, which we know how to, but just deep breaths, and then hold it for a while, exhale, and calm the body, the muscles down, and then we start our sessions. And I tell you, that was great help to me. You know, great help to me. So I recommend to anyone who are going through chronic pain or any type of trauma, or any type of sickness, and it's getting you down. Just remember, there's always people you could talk to, or you could find a family psychologist, that could help you, because it works for me. And I tell you, it helps me to learn more about my body, about what I was going through, and how to adapt to it. And those are the tools that really helped me to catapult to where I'm at today. So that's why I'm recommending those tools to anyone that are going through chronic pain, because you just take up the right tools, just like a carpenter, and you go to work, or a mechanic, and then you go to work. So that's just pretty much the way it is when it comes on to chronic pain. It's how you treat it, and once you treat it, I'm sure you will see the benefit on a day-to-day basis. You know, Let me just talk about cervical spine for a second. When you have cervical, which is your neck, I'm sure y'all know that. When you have cervical injury, and it's become chronic, it's tedious, because you have to move your neck, especially when you're driving. Especially, your emotions are always with your neck moving, and it sometimes it could irritates. The movements could irritate, and the chronic pain just becomes more unbearable. I'm talking from experience. And then while you're trying to focus on the back of your neck, the way it feels, the pain radiates to your arms, you know down your arms, and then your fingers, you get the tinglings in the fingers, and it's very uncomfortable. Your hands sometimes like physically hurt. You can feel the pain just physically. Your hands hurt. Also your neck, and that you know makes people lose focus sometimes, and also could put you in a bad mental state. Because the pain is excruciating. Ask anyone who ever had a pinched nerve, or herniated disc in the cervical part of their body, or bulged disc, or any type of scar tissues, or any type of surgery in the back of your neck. It's very uncomfortable. Sometimes after all these spinal fusions, you find yourself moving your neck in a very deformative way. Depends on how successful the surgery was. So we have to be mindful, when we're going through these things, and make sure we take the right approach, so we could have a longer longevity in life, and also have a more sound mind. You know, so we could get on our day to day life, and have a better quality of life with our families, our friends, and our peers. Um, for example, with the lower back, you know, like what I'm suffering with, what I'm dealing with, I should say. The stiffness, from the fusions, um, it's there, but the more I, move around, exercise, it's like I free up my body, free up the rotation of my body, you know. Like early in the mornings, it's very stiff, which we have to stretch, So I do my stretches in the mornings. Then, hey, how are you, my friend? Nice to have you here. I'll just make you a moderator. Nice to have you here. Nice to have you. Welcome, welcome. Mariket, welcome. Okay, welcome to my channel, and I'm going to have you as a moderator, and we could drop our links and talk about what we have to talk about today. my channel based on chronic pain because that's what I live with, and I just try to give back from what I've learned over more than a decade of going through chronic pain. So I just try to give back, to my friends, my peers, and to all the people that are going through chronic pain. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My day's going okay. Thank you. So far, so good on a Friday, right? Thank you very much for asking. Okay, I appreciate that. So far, so good. And how's your day going? I should ask. Hope is all is well with you and your family. And it's good when someone asks you how's your day. Questions could cheer you up. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, Signet. Thank you very much. I mean, your day's going fine, and I appreciate and love to hear that. You know what I mean? That's a blessing. So yes, my friends. When you're going through chronic pain, sometimes you tend to lose focus, and the goal is to stay focused on what you're going through and learn how to execute as far as your rehabilitations is concerned. You know, and with that, um, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. With that, it catapults you to do better and bigger and brighter things in your early future or your near future. And also, you could have a better quality of life, with your family and friends. So don't get discouraged when you're going through chronic pain. It's hard. It's hard to not get discouraged, but please try not to. Just try to stay focused. Try to reach out to friends and family. Try to reach out to your physical therapist. Try to reach out to your psychologist. People. Those are the people that's going to help you to get to the next level as far as your mental state is concerned. I mean, the physicalness of it, we could deal with it because sometimes we tolerate and deal with it, but the mental part of it is where sometimes you need a lot of help. Just like when you go through surgery, you need physical therapy just to get you back on your feet. Is when you go through trauma, sometimes you do need psychological therapy to get you back on your feet. You know, so no one is exempt from that. No one is above that. We're all here. We're all human beings. We go through things in our lives. We go through emotions. We go through a lot of different things. So we just have to keep a positive mental state and hope that we could go through our day-to-day basis, our day-to-day lives, you know, um where we could function and be more normal. You know, so yes, my friends, once again, I really thank you for joining me this morning. I hope you guys are having a great Friday so far. TGIF to the ones, we're off this weekend. If you have to work this weekend, guys, I feel for you. But yes, guys, that's just life. We have to take it with a grain of salt and just keep moving because, like I said, one foot forward, one day at a time. We will reach our goals and or what we're destined to do in our future. So please, not to get discouraged because it's easy to get discouraged, and you have to understand when you have these kind of injury, you need a collective effort, collectively, family and friends, have to help. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to, say, hey, can we just talk for a little bit, just to take your mind out of that stage, and put you in a more normal state. So feel free to talk to friends and family, man. Make friends if you have to. You know, you're never too old to make friends. Thank you so much. You're never too old to make friends. Move forward and just stay focused. You're right. You're right, Singat. Move forward and stay focused. And those are the tools that you need, to help you and catapult you to the next level. you know it's about conditioning your mind, conditioning your body, conditioning your soul. And you also have to be able to accept what you're going through, because without acceptance, you won't be able to go forward, because you'll still be stuck in that quagmire, asking yourself, what's going on with me. Just like when I said to you guys earlier, my psychologist, she asked me why not me, and it bothers me for a little while, until I really understand. It's because she saw something in me that I didn't see in myself at the time, and here I am today. Maybe this is what she saw in me, the things that I could give back, because I try to, learn as much as I could from her. And I guess she saw the way I was attentive to what, um, the sessions, and I asked questions, and, we just move forward from there. And maybe that's why she asked that question. I really don't know. But I tell you, it's a question that also helps me, because like I said, at first it baffles me, but then I realize it helps me, because when you hear why not you, of course, you're going to be flustered for a while because, you're going through chronic pain. And the person said, why not you? But there's a reason for that. The person is trying to tell you, listen, you could bear it, man. Just stay focused. Just like my friend said, stay focused. My Cat, just like you said, stay focused. And just have a sound mind, and everything will work out. In the long run. It's just mind over matter. Mind over matter. You know what I mean? So that's why you can't lose the mental state. Never try to. Never give this up. Never lose it. Because you're always going to need your head. To focus. You're always going to need stability when it comes on to your mental health. You make sure that's stable. So you can make the proper and right decisions. And that's another thing when you're going through chronic pain. It's when it comes on to making decisions. You have to be careful because, like I said, if your focus is not there, then you tend to make the wrong decisions that could be even more harmful to you. So it's good to learn about yourself, learn about what you're going through, because that will help you to get over certain humps. It helps me, and I'm sure it helps a lot of other people because you have to understand, just in America alone, I think it's up to right now 50 million people that are living in chronic pain. Okay, 50 million. I mean, and that's an astronomical number. So I mean, can you imagine worldwide? You know, worldwide. I mean, I can't even put a number on it because worldwide, I'm sure it's humongous. You know, and I when I was growing up, my grandmother, she had arthritis. You know, I was a child at the time living in Jamaica, right? I didn't really understand the whole magnitude of her arthritis. Yes, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. That's right. That's right. You got to move forward. There you go. Just accept it and move forward. Thank you for that. And I'm going to your channel right now, and I'm going to make sure I subscribed and give you a thumbs up. And actually, we're already subscribed. To each other. Let me see. Yeah, I already joined your channel. There you go. So yes, I'm in your house checking out your channel, and I'll just let it run for a while. Make sure I give you what you deserve when it comes on to supporting me. I always support back in the best of my ability. So yes, my friend, thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna let your video run for a while we talk. Okay. So yeah, so like I said, you know, um, my grandmother, when I was younger, she developed arthritis, and I didn't understand it that much. And when I was a young toddler, she always said to me, Raymond, could you rub my shoulder? And I remember I used to rub her shoulder, and she liked it. So like four times a week, I used to have to rub her shoulder. And whenever it's going to rain, I rubbed it more and more and more. And there was a little lump on her shoulder somewhere back here, and I just never understood that. She could be in pain like for so long. Because I was a youngster, I didn't know nothing about chronic pain. You know, and when I got older and I found myself going through chronic pain now, it brings me back to when I was young and seeing my grandma going through it. She never complains. She just asks for assistance. Like I said, to rub her back, and she always keep a bright attitude. And can you imagine? Because in those days technology wasn't advanced. What I'm saying, as it is right now. So can you imagine? Their struggle. With chronic pain, mental health, and other issues. It have to be tremendous, yeah, and treacherous. So when I looked at my grandmother, and I remember what I used to do, just to assist her, it helps to mold me in the person I am today, as far as how I make decisions. If I'm hindered, or if I need some type of help. You know, just be humble, stay focused, and things will work themselves out. So yeah, so like for me now going through chronic pain, because when you go through chronic pain with my situation, I live with a thing that you call neuropathy. Neuropathy is similar to arthritis. So yes, neuropathy is similar to arthritis. Neuropathy because you have so many damaged tissues to the nerves. Then it's led to where you develop neuropathy. So anyway, I live with neuropathy, and it's just like I said, just like chronic pain, and guys, it's just mind over matter. Mind over matter. You know what I mean? Mind over matter. So just, one day at a time. One day at a time. You know what I mean? One day at a time. You remember that commercial? That show, One Day at a Time? Yeah. So I mean, yeah, my friend, I'm still here with you. I'm gonna make sure you get a full package, because you deserve it. Okay. So making sure that you get a full package, and that's how we try to do it whenever we can. And make sure that we help each other. And there you go, full package. Help each other to grow and build our channels. And guys, I tell you, each one teach one. So we have to help each other, to build and rise to the occasion, because there's a lot of us out there with good abilities. Some of us just need, that jump start, and some of us just need other people to see things in you to motivate you and help you to get over that hump, because because we all need some type of teaching. You know what I mean? That's why they have this phrase, "Each one teach one." Because at time we all need some type of teaching just to help ourselves. Hey, how are you guys? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. I'll make you a moderator. I'll make you a moderator. Yeah. So we all need some type of teaching. Sometimes we need some type of counseling, and other stuff in life that to help us to catapult and move forward, because we don't know everything. Human being, we don't know everything, and we all know that. You know what I mean? We don't. So we have to learn from the ones who know. Because there's so much that one person could know, um, and there are other people that are more experienced in other areas. So that's why we have to learn from each other. Each one teach one, and that's the motto, and just keep it going. Because without each one, without the other one, then guess what happened? I'm stuck with unanswered questions. So I have to be able to rely on other people, and have confidence enough in them to say, listen, let me go and talk to my friend Richie for a second, ask him a few questions, see what his response is. It's all about how you gauge yourself and trust your friends. And that's why you have to find the right people around you, to have the right surrounding around you to help you to get through what you're going through. And it makes your day easier for you. It makes your month easier. It makes your life easier, and it give you a better quality of life. So yes, guys, life, sometimes could throw certain things at you, but don't beat up on yourself, because if you do, then you won't really understand, how to execute and go through what you're supposed to go through, as far as to rehabilitate yourself. At first, yes, I know, you're going to go through a little, quagmire, because I went through it. But like I said, with my psychologist, she helps me a long way, because while I was going through the surgeries, spinal fusions, and I had my brain all tangled up, because I just want to get better. Because the more surgery you do, sometimes you lose percentage in your mobility. That's another thing. The more you have like certain type of surgeries, you lose mobility, and you have to work your way back through physical therapy to get to certain type of mobility. Luckily for me, I used to exercise before I got injured. And since I was a youngster, because I used to play tennis. If you look behind me, those are all retractive rackets. I was a very good tennis player. I was a cyclist. I could never play basketball well, football, but yeah, those two sports, I enjoyed. I enjoyed taking long walks before I got injured. So those things helps me, because I had a mindset already that, what, I want to stay healthy. So that kind of helps me to get through my physical therapy, my sessions. That kind of helps me to motivate myself to get up out of bed and go to physical therapy, no matter how I feel, because I want to get better. So sometimes you're not going to feel like you want to go to therapy, but listen, it's working for you, keep going. You know, because sometimes when you feel that little extra pain, you need the physical therapy to work those areas out. You work that muscle out. You know what I mean? Glide that nerve. So it could give you some sense of relief. Because sometimes it's also scar tissue that's moving around. Where you had that surgery. You have to do certain type of exercise just to get those areas. To where they're bearable. Because scar tissues create a havoc as well. Serious havoc. So yeah, just be mindful of that. Even if you get like stick with a needle, you know, vaccine or whatever, it still leaves scar tissue. Still leaves scar tissue. It might not affect you because it's not an area that was traumatized, But anything you do leaves inside us leaves scar tissue. And once the scar tissue glides up with the nerve, it creates a serious havoc because once you start rubbing on the nerve, then we're in problems. So yeah, we have to be mindful, and be careful, because life we want to get one, um, and you have to just learn how to live it to the fullest, and to the best of our ability. Because guys, I tell you, even though tomorrow is not promising, but we could still um, make goals and set goals because you never know what tomorrow may be. So it's a good thing to do whenever you're going through chronic pain as well. Set goals, set small goals, accomplish those goals, and then you move on to bigger goals. Like for example, you want to set a goal, say, listen, I want to make sure that I have a good mental state. You know what I mean? So I could focus on what I'm going through. All right. That's one of your goals. You set that goal, you try to work on it as best as you can. When you accomplish, it's not going to be a 1 day thing or 2 day thing. It's going to be a process. Once you're finished with all of that, I want to set a goal where I could work on my body, what I'm going through, so I could get to at least a certain height of mobility, and then you work at those goals, and then you set another goal for yourself, and say what I want to do with myself, after all of this is over, you know, because you have to question yourself. It's good to talk to yourself sometimes, because I even talk to myself and answer myself. Oh yeah, I asked myself questions and I even answered. I don't know what you call that, but hey. Yes, my friend. Yes, my friend. Thank you for still being here listening to me. I appreciate that. So yeah, it's good to ask questions. It's good to like I said, meditate. Just free your mind. And there's a song by In Vogue. It says, "Free your mind, and the rest will follow." I think she said, "Don't be colorblind, as your mind will be shallow." Something like that into that prospect. But I love that song. Came out I think in the '90s. So you have to free your mind. So you can be able to focus on the next goal that you're trying to set for yourself, or focus on your rehabilitation. Because without a goal that's set, then what are we doing? You're just going day to day and just living on a day to day basis. It's good to set goals in life. Whether it's financial goals, whether it's goal relationship goal, whether it's goal with about kids, whether it's goal you want to buy a new home, whether it's goal you want to buy a new vehicle, or whether it's goal you want to buy some furniture, or you want to have a nice garden or something. You work at these things. I mean, they're all possible. You just have to stay focused and execute. So yes, guys, I really want to thank you for being here with me one another day, another segment. My name is Raymond Nugent, aka Chronic Pain Demon. For my friends in the chat room, I thank you so much. My friend Kohola, thank you so much. And my other friend Mariket, I really thank you. And for the other ones, who are listening from near and far, because I have listeners all over the world. Dubai, how are you? The Philippines, how are you? Singapore, how are you? You guys reached out to me yesterday. Um, yes. So how are you guys doing? I hope all is well, and you guys are enjoying your Friday and looking forward to a blessed and nice and fun weekend. So with all I said, guys, once again, I thank you for being here. And before I go, I always say, each one teach one. And also, I said, who feels it knows it. Don't forget, leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up, share the video, subscribe to my channel, and also, guys, my merchandise. Chronic Pain, the Inner Demon. This is the shirt. I wear a couple of these shirts on my show. So, I have my website, Wounded Lion. Okay, Wounded Lion, and you go there and you see all my stuff. Chronic Pain, the Inner Demon. But the name of the store is Wounded Lion. Okay, and once you go into the store, it's online store. Once you go into the store, you can make some purchases. I have stuff for ladies as well. Ladies, we have the ladies cut off tees. We have the ladies nice looking jerseys. We have for the guys, we have t-shirts in all different colors. We have pullover hoodies. We have long sleeves. I know it's getting cold around the world right now. We have the long sleeves for you guys. And Christmas is coming up. So you guys could see a lot of things in there you could buy for family and friends to be gifted to them. So yes, guys, feel free to check out my store, Wounded Lion. and patronize me if you can and when you can. Once again, I thank you for being here with me. And before I go, I always say, who feels it knows it. Peace.